Good evening all. I hope I'm audible. So first of all, I would like to thank the audience. Last day, last session and still there. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you Abhay for the kind words. Thank you Nidhi ma'am for giving this opportunity to Reliance for speaking on Roto Moulding. So 2 days we have been deliberating on three-dimensional products. So a lot of blow molding, injection molding, and a lot of it in the packaging. I'll be talking something different of large products and products which are not into the packaging segment. Some of them may be. We'll see them later. So basically, before I jump into the presentations, certain customary disclaimers that few of the statements or the numbers or the projections are based on what discussions we had. So there are some estimates and assumptions. So a word of precaution and a disclaimer there. So for this talk, we will have, the outline is, we'll just see what is the global roto molding industry, what is the roto molding industry in India, what are the growth opportunity this presents, and what is bit we are doing at Reliance to make it more advanced in some way or the other. So typically, unlike all the products what we saw, in roto molding we are dealing with voluminous products, the large products. And it is typically used where the applications, the numbers are less, so one cannot amortize the cost of tooling, and that's where you see, if you look at the other segments, if you're looking at the polyethylene market, then last year in the calendar year, polyethylene had about 120 million tons, close to 120 million tons, out of which roto molding was about 2 million, so about 1.7%. So it's a very small percentage compared to the other segments. And even in molding, if you talk about three-dimensional products, then we have injection molding at 13%, blow molding at 12%. So relatively, it's a different product. It's a niche product, a special product. The major focus in the global markets is on applications which are non-water tank. Typically in India, when we
thanking Nidhi. It's been nice to come here after 4 years. And in spite of being the last, I think there's still a lot of heads around. So, I'm a designer, as a chairperson has mentioned. I think most of our work is in injection molding and blow, but I love rotational molding. Rotational molding gives us a freedom of the form so beautifully. We can make much bigger parts than any other process. So, I started this company in 1988, and prior to that I was head of Bajaj Auto R&D styling studio. So I think the major contribution was on the rear engine rickshaw. So what we do is we help companies realize their dreams. We design products, graphics, interfaces, and perceptions. You know, normally a lot of Indian products, they function well, but a lot of times they look terrible. You know, it doesn't look confident that it's going to produce a good quality product. So perceptions in any product is very, very important to us. I mean, when you're buying a car, you would want a good looking car which also performs well, right? So, and vice versa. I'm sure most of you have seen a lot of WhatsApp videos in the last 3 years where, you know, there's a drowning person and you throw a buoy or a water drone, steer it to the person, he grabs it and you drag him back to the shore or to the ship. So we've actually designed a product, and the way we work in a company, whether it's a rotational molded product or an injection molded product or a system, we actually study our competitive products to understand what not to do. I think unlike a lot of companies who would want to just copy, I think our main objective is to understand what is lacking in the global competition and can we do a better product. So I would say most of our projects, we have strived to do something better than our competition. So this entire project was PMO's dream, Make in India, Atmanirbhar Bharat. And it's a crazy